Yo, 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 yo. We are live again. Welcome to Wrestle Purist Live. We are back after a little 2 weeks off, Joe filled in on Wrestle Purist Worldwide one of the weeks, and then last week, I think you had a little week off, a little vacation, concussion protocol, hard worker and all that. But we're back talking about, I don't know, the latest happenings in wrestling, whatever you guys in the live chat want us to talk about. A lot of people are mad about the WrestleMania build. A lot of people are mad about Ricky Starks' new name. A lot of people are just mad. It's one of those weeks on Twitter, I think. People are mad about wrestling ring sizes and all these different things. I don't know what's going on. We're also joined by Rob as well. Last minute running. Happy to have him. But yeah, man, please like, subscribe, send any super chats, any questions, any takes, any topics, anything you want us to talk about. Turn on the post notifications. Hope everyone's doing good. Starting with my co-host, Joe Hulbert. Back in the territory. What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, mate. Happy to be here. Afternoon sport. As we said yesterday when we were planning this, feels very adult, right? Proud of us. Just very,
Right thing.
very polite time slot for us to talk about some wrestling. Should be fun. I don't know what we're going to be talking about. I know Rob has got some grand plans, and I think, speaking of people being mad, I get the sense Rob might be mad about something, so I think we'll see how this goes. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, man. Rob, before we get into what you've been mad about, you're also muted, by the way. I see you gearing up, ready to talk. You see that? You see that? But yeah, man. Before we get into that, because we will get into the Mania build, and it is kind of related to that, I think. What's going on with you, Rob? What's going on? You good?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I was not going to do a run-in. I saw the show, and I was just like, I'm going to let them do their thing. But, of course, what I'm about to talk about is what made me join the show. And I got some things to say. And Finn Balor fans, I'm warning you now. This is not a safe
Sending
space.
the signal,
Space.
man.
We're also here to talk about Ricky and everything from the past week. So
Yeah, man.
Get into it.
Man. We got, like I said, we got plenty of things to get into. My girlfriend is currently trying to call me, so I'm gonna have to text her. So 1 second. Bear with me.
It's a different time slot. It's a different time
She should
slot.
know, bro. All she has to do is go onto the channel. But anyway, let's start with some quick super chats, bro. Let's start with some quick super chats. This is quite an interesting one. Izzy Barry 94. What does Wrestle Purist look like in 5 to 10 years? Ideally, Monty. Loaded question.
A graveyard. I'll be at the front. I'll be gone like 2027, Joey Bing Bong,
10 years time, I hope people are on Reddit. Like, remember Wrestle Purist? I don't know, man. Big grand plans. I'm trying to think, like, comparing wise, like, to kind of give an idea. I know, I really love, like, the Deadlock stuff that they do and kind of like their progression. They do events and stuff now. People fucking call them the real number 3 promotion, But I'd love to do shows one day. I'd love to get to a point where we've got that much of a platform, where we've got so much motion that even because obviously a lot of our subscriber base and followers on Twitter are of course based in the US, and with us based in the UK, we'd have to get a lot of motion going to get some motion going in the UK as well to be able to do shows. Or I don't know, maybe we could do something in the US one day, but that's obviously probably years in the future. Website wise, I just want to spotlight talented writers and stuff, bro. Features coming from all over the place. Obviously, I'm trying this year in 2024 to try and do a big variety of different writers doing, different feature articles and different things on the website. So the website's going to be getting up and going again, and I want it to be like a known creative hub where, cool writers can, not generic stuff, and obviously on the social media side of things, I like the wrestling pages to be kind of, if you check the Wrestle Purist page, you can get a good idea of what's going on, and that's always been the goal for the wrestling page, to be fair. So loads of different things I want to do, video essays, Joe's done a few in the past, but I want to do like a lot more of them this year. I don't know, just making loads of different good wrestling content, It's a lot of different things to try and juggle with the social media, the YouTube channels, the website, and all these different things, But we're chipping away at it, brother. Chipping away. I'm happy with the progress we've made in the first couple of years. you know. And long may it continue. Hopefully that graveyard is I don't know. We'll push it a few more years and 10 back.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know.
No, I think Wrestle Purists will. I think it's just more the roster. Can you imagine the state of us by then? You know, you'll need a new.
You'll be a
squad.
new man, bro. You know.
I'm gonna have to be. I think. We've already look. Let's be real. We've already lost one. There's already a dead body on the Wrestle Purists. You know, we've already lost one. So I don't know. We'll see. But I think
Ibu's ACL will make a full recovery.
Whoa, who?
yeah, good call.
Redacted.
Wrestle Purist has to be coming up on its third birthday. Has to be soon, right?
It depends because he's had like 2 birthdays, so it's like the day I started the day I started the Twitter page,
right? Yeah,
which is like I think February 21, I think.
Oh shit! So we're really close.
And then the YouTube channel came like a year later. Well, I didn't want to make the YouTube channel straight away. I wanted us to have like a decent kind of.
I remember the
base
launch of
to
the
start with.
website because I remember doing like an Eddie
Yeah,
Kingston
there was that as
feature.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 3 birthdays. There's a launch of the Twitter page, and there's a launch of the website, and the launch of the channel.
Yeah.
All came at different times.
Well,
So.
happy birthday, bro.
Hey man. But yeah. I guess to answer it in a sentence, so I guess kind of like a good combination.
Oh, shit.
Obviously. What's up, Rob?
They're doing it tonight. Chris Statlander and Megan Bain.
My God.
Oh shit.
I thought they were gonna build up to it.
My God.
What's the finish of that match, Joe?
I think Megan will actually win, but
What are we gonna call it? How's she getting fucked out of this? Basically, how is Stat? Who's distracting Stat? Who's attacking Stat? Who's who's doing something to Stat?
they should go full like Brody and All Japan and just brawl through the crowd and do a double count out like adults. But,
Yes.
Double juice.
yeah,
You calling
Hey,
for a
man.
disqualification? Yes, we are.
yeah.
Listen, bro. Sometimes it's just what you gotta do. You know.
You're gonna fuck up my drawing power, brother.
Someone said
I am
Monday
surprised,
Stokely
though.
returns.
Stokely.
I said it on Dynamite review. I said that Stokely should join up with Megan Bain, and he should be like, Statlander, I'm gonna turn Megan Bain into what I tried to turn you into, which is a killer and a winner. That you couldn't be because you're soft.
Where is he?
Bro, I don't know, man. Like it's worrying.
He was doing an angle. I remember he was watching tag team tape, and then he was in the crowd, and someone stole him. Like literally picked him up and pulled him away.
Like they just kidnapped him, right?
Yeah. Is he okay?
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all
me
I can
too, I
really
think.
say about it. To be honest, I hope he's okay. You know,
Yeah.
but
They're saying
But yeah, man,
Guantanamo Bay.
I love Stokely. I'd love to see him involved with any of the top women in AEW, bro. I think it's time for him to actually get on board with a top act. So we'll
Yeah.
see. I've been hoping for Stokely's progress for fucking years. It feels in both companies, you know. So it's like, when he was in
Bro.
WWE, it's like why isn't he on the main roster? And in
That's
AEW,
the thing,
it's
yeah.
like why isn't
Right.
he being utilized better? You know. So even if
Right.
he's away for like, I don't know, personal reasons or anything like that, for something that just isn't AEW's fault, that doesn't kind of discredit kind of the lack of spotlight that's been put on him in his AEW run thus far. So
Dude, he debuted for AEW in May 2022.
Jesus.
people are
That's
saying
longer than,
Guantanamo
like-
Bay. I don't know, man. I honestly do not know what is going on with him. 'Cause
That's
why
like
would he
the-
be in Guantanamo Bay?
Oh,
Like, what? What did he
I
do?
don't know,
You know, he didn't do nothing. It's not
I don't
like
know.
he's out there twerking, trying to go back to WWE or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's
like-
normally what people go to Guantanamo Bay for.
He's trying to do anything but do that.
I just haven't seen or heard anything about Stoke for a while. So like, again, as you said, bits aside, I hope he's good. It's been silent, right? Like I'm not missing something, am I? It's just been dead silent. So hopefully he's good.
The last time I remember hearing about him is like he was kind of shutting down like the political rumors about him, like him and Stat breaking up, and he was kind of like
Right.
putting those fires out, kind of thing. I think in an interview or some shit like that. But obviously he's not on Twitter or anything anymore. We miss him on Twitter as well, bro. He's a fucking beast on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Shout out Stokely. Big fans of Stokely. Everyone here is. So hopefully he's good. Want to see him soon. But alright, back to super chats. If I say a quick sentence, I did kind of like a mix of Deadlock Pro and kind of Air Progression. In terms of content, in like the types of content, you know, like our What Culture and Wrestle Talk, but obviously it'd be our style and like a lot less generic, you know. And then obviously on the website, just a cool hub for keeping up to date with the news and features, good features by talented writers that could do with the spotlight or trying to get the foot in the door. Do you know what I mean? Like I always say to writers, like, even if like, we can't pay you like salaries or anything like that, like I hope that we can platform you so you do get a job at fucking Fightful or Post Wrestling or an F4W or something, or wherever the fuck it is that you have goals for. But I do look at Recipe as like a good place to like get your foot in the door, you know. Ryan, $6.99 Canadian, appreciate it. What are we doing with JC on the main roster? Do all three come up? Just her and Fallon. Jasmine bumped like hell. Do they join someone established like Flair? I would be tempted to call up all three. Wouldn't blame them for leaving Jasmine down in NXT to develop a bit more because she's so new.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't bring JC up on her own. I think that would be like death.
Yeah.
You know, and I like JC a lot, but I just when I think about like how she would be utilised on the main roster, her on her own, I just don't see it being
It's a scary time, dude. That's the thing about, you know, I think Fightful covered it before, but it was reiterated this week that the minimum for main roster is like 350k, right? That's the
man.
Was that the number? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's like, everyone's right to say, you know, that's a positive step and that's a necessary step. But the part of that I think people miss, and I even saw Brian Myers spoke about this, is the leash is going to be a lot shorter with underneath talent now. Like I don't think people are going to just kind of float around on the undercard nearly as much as they used to. Because those downsides used to be, dude, top guys didn't have 350k downsides back in the day. So I worry about call-ups. Like, I look at someone like Isla Dawn, who I actually thought was doing a decent job, and like I thought had a chance of connecting. Just gone, like in an instant, you know. You look at a name like that, I look at it as a JC Jane fan and Fallon Henley. I don't think that both of them are better than Isla, respectfully. But my point is, it makes you kind of wonder, like, hopefully there's a plan for the call-ups, because the concern would be you call up JC and Fallon, they lose TV matches for 6 months and are no more over than they were at the start, and then, you know, next person up. To me, it's a spooky time in that regard.
It is. That's kind of the, I guess one of the encouraging things with some of the new people in NXT. You know, like Ricky Starks, now Ricky Saints, going to NXT. Julia and Stephanie going to NXT. Jordan Gray's going to NXT, and like the reports being around it as well. You know, they don't want to get Mania season out of the way. They don't want to just like shoehorn them in and leave them floating around, you know. So hopefully that is an encouraging sign of like going into the future, especially after these recent releases. They're gonna have plans for people when they actually call them up, because NXT as well. It's like, I know everybody kind of looks at it as like it's natural progression and you can't just stay there for years, but it's like you kind of can. You kind of just stay in NXT for a good few years now, and and for guys like Sean Spears, he might as well retire in NXT, bro. You know what I'm saying? He might as well just until the wheels fall off, and he's just helping the younger talent and stuff. So like NXT's become this thing now where it's like, obviously, we've always gone back and forth. Is it really a developmental? There'll always be a developmental aspect to it, you know, but it's just not. You know, it's a full TV show with a TV deal, and you know what I mean. It's kind of it's this whole different thing, you know.
Oh no, it's developmental. Sean Spears been there for about 20 years, and it's not working. I don't know too much about too developmental. But I
what was his old Fed name,
bro? It was first. It was first Gavin Spears, and then it was Sean Spears, and then it was Gavin Spears, and then it was Ty Dillinger, and now it's back to Sean Spears. I said it the other night. I think I said it on Twitch. I think I'm gonna say it like here and yesterday on the review, but like I just don't. No, I said it on Twitter actually during the NXT show. I just think that a lot of these girls like should not be like excited, not like excited about coming up, but shouldn't be too excited or too hasty to come up. It just seems like Triple H, you killed the man, but you didn't kill the idea with Triple H. Like, it's just like he brings these girls up. They sit there and they don't really get an opportunity to show what they can do. They sit there and they sit there. And I'm not talking about fucking Blair Davenport. I'm talking about like fucking like Joe just mentioned, Isla Dawn.
Yeah.
Kiana
Alba,
James,
even
bro.
even Alba Fire, you fucking Kiana James, who hasn't been on TV in a year. We haven't seen her since she got drafted. It's just like he brings these girls. No, we haven't seen her since that qualifier for the Money in the Bank. But he brings these girls up, and it seems like he just doesn't have a plan for them. And he just, and unless they're in their hometown, so they have, or their home country, so they have to get a random tag title run, and then the tag title run runs for about 30 days, and they get the belts back off of them, and then they sit there for about 6 more months until eventually you get the so and so has been released. So it's just like if you're an NXT girl. NXT does have a great women's division, but at the same time, or if you're an NXT girl not named Julia, not named Jordan Grace, not named Stephanie Vaquer, are you really excited about going up to the main roster right now?
To your point, I do think it's an kind of underrated talking point and a real thing. There is a very auto booker kind of slapdash approach I find to a lot of the segment with the women on the main roster right now, and I think it's very disappointing. And I think if you compare like if you look at the top guys on Raw and the way they all have these kind of rich dynamics with one another, and it's this living, breathing world of, like there's shades of grey with each character. With the women, it seems way more like black and white and just kind of, let's just do this. We'll do a promo train here. We'll do, Nia can interrupt this person and that person. Like, maybe I'm wrong because I don't watch it super closely. What I see is not very inspired creative at all, to be honest with the women.
Bro, Dakota Kai's on like her fucking fifth. We said this yesterday.
And
he's on her fifth opportunity. Can we stop?
And I'm also frustrated by the fact that this Chelsea Green title reign, there were things that we all knew were going to be challenges, and it feels like they did it without any intention of overcoming those challenges. Like, because when we were talking about this, I don't know if I was on WrestlePurist. Yeah, I wasn't know if I was on WrestlePurist time, but I was talking about it elsewhere. Like, Chelsea is a great character, but the people like her, so you had to figure out, firstly, which baby faces can work with her and get cheered. And secondly, who can she work with that's going to make the belt feel important? And their response to that was, like, just shrug the shoulders at it.
Just keep the Mia Yim stuff going, which was already a thing before the belt, I think, anyway.
Yeah, so I think it's very, like, uninspired and lazy, to be honest with you. And I think it's, I mean, I'm not here to do Alexa Bliss bits, this is a family program, but she got the biggest reaction on the Rumble, and like she hasn't done like a live promo. She did one backstage interaction.
No, you know what they did? You know what they did? She got the goddess, like Alexa Bliss. I guess I'll say goddess like Alexa Bliss got the biggest reaction on the show. You know what they did? They said we'll stick her with some of the worst content she's ever done in her professional career. We'll stick her with Wyatt content.
Well, I'm not nobody even against wants to that. See. Okay, I'm not even against that, Rob. If you're gonna do it,
bro, yeah.
If you're going to do it right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's my thing. But, like, to me, if a top guy got the reaction she got at the Rumble, they would have had a live promo the next night. Like, they would not have wrestled Candice LeRae for 10 minutes, bro. I'm just being real with you.
Nigga, I don't care what Alexa wants to do, nigga. I'm talking about what I want to
I get it. I just don't know. I don't know if you can, how do I put this politely? I don't know if she can consistently have matches for the title or be like a player without. The gimmick is going to protect her, I think, ultimately. But I do understand what you're saying, yeah.
Oh, for real? But a lot of people said, like, Kiana James is hurt, she's injured. And, like, yeah, she's injured, and she also took some time off to get some enhancements, allegedly, quote unquote. So, like, there was that, then obviously now the apparent injury as well. It's like, bro, you can't tell me that she was like she had a path before this,
Right, like, bro, she wasn't
she was just lurking in the back and just kind of talking to Adam Pearce sometimes, and just like they didn't have anything for her, but there was clearly no plan. Someone mentioned Roxanne Perez. That's ideally what the call-ups look like, bro. Do you know? Like, clear plans, clear intention with these wrestlers that are coming up. It's very clear to see, even before this recent, like, even before, like, the Rumble, her going as long as she did, and then obviously feuding with Bayley and stuff. But it's like, she was on Raw before, I think, And, like, it's been very clear with how they've presented Roxanne that she's positioned as, like, a future top star, And,
My
you know,
bad,
the way
y'all.
the way they've kind of blended her into the main roster with the way they're doing her call up is super ideal. You know, like she's
Yeah.
coming up with a clear plan. We already have a very strong assumption of what a WrestleMania match is going to be. So it's like
Yeah.
this is how you do it, bro. You know, even if they're not as good as like, and I'm not saying you have to give them one of the 4 horsewomen and give them a Mania match straight away. But it's just the idea of having an actual plan for them. You know.
I think that's where the Intercontinental title comes in. But I'm sorry,
Mhm.
y'all. You know what? You're right. We need Alexis Playground on SmackDown, y'all. My bad. I'm
We do.
sorry. We need Alexis.
We do.
yo,
Let
SmackDown
her
is
cook,
already
bro.
bad enough. Yo, SmackDown is already. I will stop watching SmackDown live on Twitch if I see
Well,
Alexis Playground segments advertised.
You should have pulled that trigger already, brother. That show live, that show is crazy. Are you doing just solo watch-alongs for that show?
Yeah, bro. Bro. When I
He
think
falls
it was,
asleep and shit though, bro. It don't count.
no, legitimately when the Miz came out, I thought Aleister Black was coming, so that's why I did it on Friday, right? And then so like when Shinsuke starts cutting this promo, LA Knight comes out, and then the Miz comes out, and that's when I was just like, I started talking about the dire situation of the NBA. I stopped paying attention
That
completely.
shit was crazy though. It was like 27 minutes of like Miz,
pacing,
Shinsuke, LA Knight, you know. And I love LA Knight, but it's like when you know, it's the Miz.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm not
Miz
saying
is just giving no leash on Miz either, bro. Just like doing. Bro, he was like fake crying for like 15 seconds, and he got like super awkward and shit, bro. It was like
there's a clip of it on Twitter. It was 30 seconds. It was 30 seconds of
bro,
him
it's
fake
crazy.
crying.
So I don't know, like they're just doing shit. Obviously, it came out recently that Road Dogg Brian James is the co-head writer. That felt like a hit job.
That was so nasty, dude.
Bro. I've been telling everybody, bro. I said it on stages the other day in Self-Made. Yeah, I've always been a SmackDown guy, bro. Ever since I was a kid, I never picked Raw in the GM games. I never picked Raw in Universe mode. I pick SmackDown in my GM when I'm not picking NXT now. But brother, please, please don't make me give up on SmackDown, please. I don't want to pick Raw.
They're making it tough, bro, because it's like
It's terrible.
Oh, you know what the thing is as well. I was watching it up until kind of like the last 2 weeks. I still watch SmackDown, obviously, but my attention is like elsewhere. Like I'm scrolling, it's kind of just on in the background, you know. But like, I'd watch them, and like, it's just hard. You can't get through them, bro. It's like it's genuine. It's like a genuine chore now to watch these shows. Like,
Bro. Even 2 years ago, when the Bloodline were doing segments that got like 3 million viewers, like there was something on that. There was that on the show that you could look forward to, where it was like the Bloodline melodrama that got like 3 million viewers. But like now, you got to sit through fucking The Miz, and you got to.
It's just filler, bro. It's
why
crazy.
Is Carmelo Hayes not wrestling LA Knight, and why is he wrestling R-Truth? For what reason?
It's when
Yo,
you know what fucking frustrates me, Joe and Rob, about kind of like wrestling TV in general. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's fucking AEW when Tony was booking Collision, Rampage, and Dynamite, and it doesn't matter if it's fucking WWE when they have to do 3-hour Raws or in this case 3-hour SmackDowns. It's like we all know going into it, there's gonna be some filler. You know,
yes,
there's gonna be some filler. There's gonna be some stuff that it's not for everyone or whatever. But like the choices these guys seem to make for their filler is just horrible, bro. Like for a quick example, Rob just mentioned Carmelo Hayes, bro. Like why can't Carmelo Hayes just eat up time with a match or something? Like why do these extra minutes of filler have to go to a fucking Miz live promo, which everyone knows is not going to be like good content? Even if it ends up not being as bad as it was this past Friday, because like everyone knows, Miz can do live segments and blah 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 blah. Like we can eat up time with them. It's like, what? Then like obviously on Rampage, like we all seen like you just got voted fucking worst show of the year, you know?
Hey, Monty.
But
bro. You lagged a little bit, John.
I lagged a bit.
Yeah, StreamYard just kicked me out.
But yeah, the filler in AEW as well, bro. Like it was crazy. Like just insanity. Like,
Bro, I told people like the other day in stages. I'll say it now. Yo, Monty was like, "Yo, I was thinking about Saturdays. We do a smack." Yo, and then I remember like 2 weeks ago when SmackDown got real bad in the middle. He was like, "Yo, never mind, bro." He was like, "Yo, not gonna lie, we wait until they go back to 2 hours."
I've
bro.
wanted
I'm
to do
not
it
gonna
for
lie."
ages, bro.
Bro, me and Ebro used to talk about
I
it,
wanted to
bro.
do like a SmackDown recap or show on Saturdays
Yeah,
or
I
something
remember.
SmackDown related for fucking ages, bro. But it's never been good enough. Like,
Bro, no. Me and Ebro, like when there was that stretch where Raw was like getting really bad, and like SmackDown was like decent. It wasn't like great or anything, but SmackDown was getting decent and it was getting kind of be good. Like when they did the 3-way TLC between the 3 tag teams on SmackDown that one time, we were like, "Yo, maybe we could talk about doing a Saturday or a SmackDown show over the weekend." But like now, the thing is, I enjoyed like the first 3-hour SmackDown they did. I thought the pacing and everything they did in that first 3-hour SmackDown was fine. I didn't think it was a great or one of the best shows SmackDowns ever, but it was just like that pacing was fine. But now they're just going to like to peak bad SmackDown Live, SmackDown on Fox vibes, but like they added an extra hour to it, and I'm just like, yo, please stop. Wait, Nakamura with the title is not the problem. Okay, it's
it's
not
part
Well,
of it, though, bro.
well,
100%
it don't
you
help,
know?
Rob. It does not help.
the problem. It's not the problem.
She's just brutal over there at the moment. Like,
Yeah.
I really like. I'm kind of like Rob. Like, I've always liked SmackDown over the years, you know. But like, and
Even
as
when
I said, I
Raw was
really-
peak bad, SmackDown was better. So like,
like I said, I've wanted for months. I've wanted to do like a SmackDown like recap show, and it's just like we can't do it at the moment, bro. And as I was like, I watch these shows, and it feels like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, no horizon. And then it hits me again
Yeah.
that they're not going back to 2 hours until like the summer, bro. So all the Mania season, then like Mania season, get that out of the way when the shows are meant to be allegedly better, which they kind of haven't been this. Well, they haven't been this year so far. There's still time to go, obviously, but then you know you got all like the post Mania. Hopefully, shit gets sorted in the draft. You know, that's all. Like that's like the only hope, bro. that's the only hope. So yeah, Joe, what they done to your beautiful blue brand, bro?
They just don't care about it. Like, pretty obviously so. The show is. They announce stuff for the show like 4 hours before it every week. There's hardly anything. I mean, last week was an exception. They advertised some stuff, but generally they figure out what they're going to do very late, and the roster isn't very good. They've made no attempt to fix that, even though it's been very obvious they're short on guys. And Jimmy Uso is wrestling, and I like Jimmy Uso, and he's working really hard. He should not be wrestling for 15 minutes every week, dude. It's not healthy. It's
okay,
wrong.
whoa.
Rob, it ain't good for him,
Oh.
right? I'm just saying. And the fact that they did that Road Dogg leak, which was the most blatant thing ever, like, look,
Good
man,
job, bro.
It's not my fault.
I'm not saying Road Dogg is a good booker because I'm pretty sure he ain't, but like, people took that as though he's literally the head booker of the show. Based on what, so we now just accepting Triple H doesn't book SmackDown. Like, what is, that stuff is baffling to me. He's the co-lead writer. Did you say that was the title?
Yeah, that's how they phrased it.
So who books the show? Like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the other lead writer? It was the fellow with the funny name, right?
Paul Triple H Levesque would be the booker, you would assume, isn't it?
So what's he writing then?
I don't know, bro. You're writing these segments out, and
This
he's
is what
deciding to
Pop's saying,
give.
like-
I don't know.
This is wrestling fascinates me. So like, is Triple H saying we want to do a Miz LA Knight segment, and then Road Dogg
That's-
is getting
yeah,
a pen and pad out and going right?
Nah, bro, for real though, like, that's kind of from I guess my understanding is that like Triple H kind of has these broad ideas. He's like, I want to hit this note, and this note with these characters in this segment, and then a Brian James or someone like that will flesh out what that segment will be, you know.
Right.
But for Raw, Triple H seems to be like he's more hands on. He's more specific with exactly what he wants because, like you said, he probably
yeah.
cares about Raw. Like evidently he cares more about Raw, and it shows. You know what I mean? It shows, bro. So yeah, SmackDown's fucked. Next super
It's
chat.
terrible show.
Horrible.
That was the JCJ one. Darren Walker, £5. Appreciate it as always. Joe, will there be a grin along tomorrow for live Impact show?
Yes, there will be. Full Sail University, brother.
Sicko. Bums, $20. Appreciate you as always. Who is cooler for not taking advice from veterans? Ricky Saints or Hangman Adam Page? I mean,
Wait, is this about Cope? Who is this about? I've done this. Was it Cope?
Ricky did a there was that quote that came out earlier from Busted Up, and I think yesterday, where he was just like, there was veterans at the other place who were always trying to get the nose in my business and stuff like that. But obviously he didn't like name and shame them. But a lot of people assume Colt because of that in-ring interaction that they had. But it's like, I don't necessarily think it would have been Colt. Like, I think you're more chance of like a Jericho or something like that. Like,
Yeah, I don't
Jericho.
know.
Well, we don't know for sure. Then obviously the Hangman thing. Obviously everyone already knows that old story of CM Punk going off on one and
Pretty
saying all
beast,
that
to be
about.
fair. It's pretty beast thing to do, it really just.
Yeah, man. Listen to the veteran folks. You don't have to take their advice on board and apply it. But help your egos.
Depends who it is. If Bubba Dudley comes up to you.
Yeah. Well, actually, we're gonna have to talk about that because.
Well, we don't have to, but...
That we do. We got to talk about WWE LFG, bro.
Great.
Oh my God, let's fucking
see. I knew Rob. I knew Rob would be on job with this.
Oh my God!
But we'll get there. Let's
right.
get through these supers, though.
Something to look forward to.
100%, bro. TO $2. EO pinning Rhea in 2 weeks. No worries. Hashtag and you. Trust me, bros. We're winning that belt. Joe Hall, EO Sky is winning that belt. I've convinced myself of this. Some people could call it cult, but it's just one of these things where, like...
So what do you think the Mania match is?
I don't know, bro. Me and Redacted were going back and forth in the DMs.
Yeah.
And it felt like almost at the same time we just unanimously decided that EO Sky is winning the belt in 2 weeks. So... I can't really explain it. But it's happening, bro.
But you didn't even get to the point of the Mania match. You just decided. Wow.
Bro, the teases, the video packages,
that's why that guy got, why he got canned. That
I swear to God,
fella. Terrible.
I swear to God, bro. All you. If she wins that title, all you niggas just been yelling, "We want you." Y'all gonna look so dumb. Oh my God, bro. It's not that deep. It has not been that deep at all, actually. So
yeah.
Then hopefully she wins the title so these niggas can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like I said, trust me, bros. Why does Wrestler Purist have the NBA game start time delay?
So no. See, now yesterday this wasn't my fault. Okay, I said the time. I don't think Monty saw the time that I said. So yesterday was not my fault. Okay. But even then, y'all still watch us when we late. Evil been late. Yo, can you believe when I was doing the marathon, Evil yelled at me because I was late? I was like, motherfucker, there's a whole group behind you being late. Are you dead ass?
Yeah, that's his law, bro. Super Chatter's name I'll never say, $5. Whenever it happens, I believe Oba versus Javon has potential to be the biggest NXT feud in years. Had an exciting babyface versus Unreal Monster vibes. Yeah, there's a lot of potential there, bro. A lot.
That Javon ego match was killer, man. That was a tremendous match.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I was blown away. I mean, I like Javon a lot, and the thing I like about him is beyond all the the spots, like he's actually a very likable babyface.
The fire.
That's one of the best Ethan Page performances of his entire career. Like, legitimately.
Yes.
Definitely his best that wasn't against Darby Allin. Definitely so. Really good match. Really good.
Yeah, I loved it. I did. I spoke about it a lot on Monday. It was kind of like one of the things I wanted to make sure I highlighted because it was probably one of my favourite matches from the weekend. Obviously, Grand Slam had that great tag match on it, but yeah, man, Ethan Page, he knew what he needed to do, and he did it pretty flawlessly, to be honest, bro. So,
well, we always say it, bro. Everybody says that Ethan Page is literally just the Miz, but if he was good at wrestling and actually like had a likable personality, so like, it's just like he's and since he's gotten NXT, his heel work I'll say has gotten a lot better. It's a lot better than his babyface work in AEW. And in Ring of Honor, so like he's gotten not. I'm not saying he's like very good or great. He should be pushed immediately on the main. No, but he's gotten better. It has helped him. So
yep.
Tony Nese match was very good.
Oh yeah, that was spectacular. I don't know why.
Yeah, I got time for Ethan Page. I think he's a very productive, useful person to have on your TV show. It's kind of how I've always kind of looked at him. You know, can do a little bit of everything at a pretty good level. You know, Childish Moose 199 podcast thoughts on 1999
Terrible.
WCW hashtag.
We watched last night in South May. I fell asleep on it eventually, but we watched the episode of WCW Nitro after Owen's passing, like the night after Owen's passing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we watched this episode, and there must have been like a combined 15 minutes of wrestling. I think the longest match on the show was Sarge versus Buddy Lee Parker versus Benny, but like, dude, there was like 18 video packages.
Yeah.
And bro, there was a whole video package. I swear to God, like no troll, a video package dedicated to Eric Bischoff and being like, Eric Bischoff booked this. Yo, all the video packages quite literally is, look how hot WCW is. Look, we party with celebrities, or it's just like, look at when we used to be good. Y'all remember when we used to be good at what we do? So like, bro, it's Ric Flair has to have 18 promos a show, but it's like, it's not a big deal because it's Ric Flair and shit. But it's just like, oh my God.
If you look at the numbers, there's a lot of evidence that 99 is the actual year where they killed the promotion. Because in 2000, what Russo effectively does is he just accelerates how quickly it gets worse. But it's already dying, you know? Like, he takes charge of a dying patient and just, like, unplugs them, basically. That's the best way I can put it. Like, 99 is terrible. They have a little bit of hope at the start of the year with Flair as the babyface authority figure. And they do a double turn with Hogan, which is genuinely, like, one of the worst ideas in the history of wrestling. So it's absolutely terrible.
And then for 3 hours apparently they advertised that Hulk Hogan is showing up. I never got to see Hulk Hogan, by the way. I ended up falling asleep. And it was just like, bro, David Flair wrestled El Dandy. David Flair is like probably the worst professional wrestler I've ever seen in my entire life. Just like horrible.
Yeah.
But we're still watching again tonight. So,
good times, you know. Hey, man. Ryan, $2.79 Canadian. AJ Styles facing Finn Balor makes me think he's leaving. We'll get into that. Like I said, Rob's got a whole segment for this Mania stuff. Showtime Spurs $2. Should Chelsea buy Adamola Lookman? No. He's good, but I think he's at a good enough level where he's at. You know, I know Gasparini threw him under the bus yesterday. For my football fans that keep up to date with Italian clubs, but I think he's at a good place where he is right now. Darren Walker, £2. Appreciate it as always. Monty, will Anna and Charlie be on later? Yes, they will. 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UK time. Anjan PN, $2. Finally moved Double or Nothing from Vegas. Hashtag Hitler dead. Come on, man.
That was overdue, though, right? That move was way overdue. So
yeah,
I could have sworn they been brought it out of Las Vegas, or they did once, right? I mean, right? Like,
I don't know.
Or has it been Las Vegas every year?
I think only when the pandemic one, where it was like, or two, I guess. The dailies, yeah. But other than that, I think they've been in Vegas.
But yeah, man. Quarantine Dream, $2. AEW Rampage live next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on the CW.
You're so mad. You're so mad. NXT, yo. I've decided NXT, I don't even think it's a horrible show. I don't think it's a good show. It's the funniest wrestling show on the it's just the funniest wrestling show on TV. Cause like you'll start off the show with Moose, and then they'll have a decent women's three-way, and then after the women's three-way, you got like this horrible beatdown segment with the what the fuck do they call themselves? There's so many groups in WWE now. Fatal Influence, and then you get the women's save, and then bro, it's just, and then you get a 10-minute Shawn Spears and Channing Stacks Lorenzo match. I'm just like, dude. By the middle of it, I'm just laughing. I'm not even like depressed.
Interesting show. Sean's cooked, man. But anyway, Izzy Barry 94, appreciate you again, $2. Who gets a world title next, Kenny or Hangman? I'd say Kenny.
What do you think?
I'd say Kenny.
Kenny? Yeah.
Kenny's more. I'm not saying that Kenny's definitely locked in as an AEW world champ. I have no idea. I have no idea what I think they're gonna do next either. Christian Cage could walk out of Revolution as world champ for all I know. Fuck knows. But I think Kenny will be next in line before Hangman at this current juncture. Will Chisholm $5. It's clear they have a plan for Roxanne. Everybody else, I don't know. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but and that's the part that sucks. It's just that's the part that sucks.
Yeah, Roxanne's gonna be great. So, and we can already see all the signaling, presentation, everything they've done with her so far. So, Ryan $2.79 Canadian. Appreciate you. Honestly, think Evolve will become the true NXT. I think there is a very good chance that happens. In terms of like becoming like straight up developmental. Like obviously NXT will still be kind of utilized as well, and kind of similar to how it is now. But Evolve will be like full on like raw talents and the LFG people and shit like that.
Hey, I'm letting NXT know right now. Oh, Dynamite. No, not NXT. Dynamite know right now. You better keep this Death Riders content as minimal as possible. Keep up with these good shows. Because if you start spamming Dynamite, Death Riders content on Dynamite again, nigga, we hashtag evolving on Wednesdays. What's a Dynamite?
Where did they tape Evolve? Where was that taped at? Do we know? Do we know?
It looks like the PC.
Right.
It looks like that building in the PC that they were wrestling on fucking LFG, I think.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Evolving on Tuesdays, and PN $2. Your predictions for the card and match of the night for AEW Revolution. Match of the night, I'm gonna say.
Who's Ospreay working? That's the easiest answer for match of the night.
He's working Fletcher in a cage, bro.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely my pick then. Yeah, that sounds incredible, dude. Genuinely, my god, in a cage, oh, gonna bleed too. Yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, Ospreay's a pretty good bleeder sometimes, not always, but sometimes. So
the three best wrestlers in the promotions matches, either Swerve and Ricochet, because we're definitely getting that. Kyle and Will in the cage, or Takeshita and Kenny. Those are my three picks. Yo, but if Cope though goes out with Mox and if they have the NWA World Title match that I think he's talking about, where it's like a brawl and it's bloody
gritty.
and it's like gritty, then that's one thing. If these niggas is going out there and be like, I'm gonna stick you in a headlock for 15 minutes and we gonna sit here, then I'm good, bro.
The matches that sounds spectacular. Revolution has a very strong track record. That sounds like a really strong card, legitimately. Really strong.
Yeah, man. Good shit.
Someone should read. Well, you're redacted, brother. So I mean, you don't exist right now.
For his tweets to be read out.
Pray for my brother, man. He's recovering, man.
We're gonna start doing like the network does, and we're gonna start talking about the past Raw reviews. We're gonna put in the description Rob reviews Monday Night Raw, or like how they do Shawn Michaels and Triple H wrestle in a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight title of WrestleMania. That's how we're gonna start doing.
Rob in action.
Good shit. I'll say he's recovering, bro. He'll be back. Easy Barry 94 $5. What does the wrestling landscape look like if the Elite all went to WWE 2 years ago, and what would you see them doing now in WWE?
Wow,
I don't know, bro. Like, that's such a weird timeline. If like the Elite did just kind of like, for lack of a better term, throw the toys out the pram and was just like, fuck it, we're going WWE.
So when did they re-sign? Just to figure out the timeline.
I think it was right before after CM Punk left, right?
Yeah, it was around when CM Punk left.
Was it before or after though?
I can't remember if it was just before or just after, but it was like, late 2023 or like mid-late 2023.
Whatever anyone thinks, of like the elite angle in 2024 or any of that stuff, I think it goes without saying that them leaving would have been
A
catastrophic,
disaster.
right?
Yeah, disaster, bro.
Oh my god, hey, yo! If they leave before, like, if they stay, no, if CM Punk stays, and I don't give a fuck how much you like CM Punk.
Yeah, that would have been
The
bad. dude.
AEW without the elite is not the elite. They would just be doing the current ratings of Dynamite and Collision now, with CM Punk still there and the elite gone.
Even beyond that, which yes, absolutely, like just fundamentally, Punk just continuing on in that spot would have been very bad for all involved. I just wouldn't.
Exactly.
It would not have worked. I think it would be really, really bad for the wrestling landscape. As far as what they would be doing in WWE, I have no idea.
That's
No
tough, ain't it?
clue. Yeah, I mean, the Bucks Usos thing would have been a big deal. Like what they'd be doing now.
But they've even ran it though with what WWE's been on. It's bloodline. It's like, how would
Yeah,
the Young
true.
Bucks have been like factored into that? I don't think they would have.
I would have fucking if I'm Triple H, I'm spamming young. Yo, you know, remember how they used to spam fucking Usos in New Day? I'm spamming the Usos and the Young Bucks for an entire year, nigga. What?
And
No,
Kenny
100%
obviously
get wanting to do it, but I'm just thinking like with their approach to creative the past few years, it's like I don't know if they would have signed the Young Bucks, if they would have been incorporated into that storyline, because
I don't know.
it's just-
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
weird, isn't it?
the Bucks creative obviously would have been like if we play that timeline out and Kenny still goes down with diverticulitis at the end of the year, like that would detonate all their plans anyway, right? In WWE, because they would have came
Yeah,
in
the Bucks-
together, wouldn't they? So
Yeah, the Bucks would
maybe-
have just been feuding with Judgment Day.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
maybe they could have. See, it wouldn't have worked though because Sammy was such a like important part.
Yeah, it's kind of a
like,
headache,
what-
right?
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Because I was gonna say maybe they could have took on the role of like what Sammy and Kevin were as like Cody's friends, but that doesn't work because Sammy was so important because he had so much emotional weight in like his character arc and everything, you know. So it's like that. Not even that works, you know.
Even then, honestly, they could have just did a. They would. I would see them doing a Stenerico versus Bucks feud if they couldn't do the Usos feud because Kenny's out.
Yeah,
Stuff
post
like that.
post
For
main
sure, yeah.
post Mania, they would have ran that match. I'm pretty sure, you know, Stenerico versus the Bucks. But in terms of like where they'd actually be, in terms of like long term, what would they have done by now? I have no fucking idea, bro.
It's interesting. It would be an interest. That would be something like you'd have to do a separate show and you give yourself time to really plan it out. You know, I think it's an interesting topic, though. Definitely.
Who knows, bro? Who knows? Wilches and $2. Nasty work. AJ trying to help Road Dogg Low. Yeah, that quote tweet was fucking hard, bro. Me-
Nigga, do you remember that Kevin Owens U.S. title feud he put you in, bro?
You can't take anything. Like he used to be like the most pro Vince guy, and then as soon as Vince left, he completely like pivoted on all of those opinions. He just does
Vince
this.
pretty bad.
Yeah,
Listen,
just
we love
doing his thing. Yeah, you just shouldn't take anything he says seriously ever. You should actually you should actively avoid listening to him speak. Actually, if you can, but he's an incredible wrestler. You know?
Yo, he's having fun, bro. He was tweeting about listening to Lil Uzi Vert last week. He's just having fun.
That did pop me. Yeah,
like he's just having
He's
fun,
out
bro.
of it, bro.
it is beast that like he tweets maybe twice a month.
Do you think? do you think? I'm not saying he knows he's leaving. Like, and not saying he is leaving. Do you think he's just doing that and setting the SmackDown roster up? So he's just like, yeah, keep cooking with Road Dogg because I'm getting the fuck out of here. So
I don't know, man. It is really interesting. That entire situation's really interesting. I think. I honestly have no idea what he's gonna do. No clue.
I don't see him leaving, bro. I don't see him leaving, regardless of what he's creating for Mania or whatever. You know.
I just don't think if his boys are not. I just think if his boys are not
Yeah.
there, I feel like he's not there. You know what I mean?
His heart's not in it.
Bro, like
Nope.
that ass.
We lost Montel WP, but yeah, I agree. The Good Brothers was an interesting, kind of wrinkle to the story. Definitely. I'm not sure.
Like, bro, because he was mad. You could tell, like, for a long time after the Good Brothers got cut for that period that they were gone, like, he was just doing anything. His heart wasn't in everything that he was doing. Like, he wasn't feeling it.
Yo, is Redacted still in the chat? Yeah, he is. Yo, what do you think, Redacted? What do you think AJ is doing? Like, give us a percentage that he leaves WWE, bro. Because mine's definitely less than 50. Mine's like 25, 30. I'll give you that.
I don't understand how you could do that when the Good Brothers are not there. Like,
dude, do you remember when he did the retirement fake out and they put the Good Brothers back with him and then like they never on screen together? They did one more segment together.
Never appeared on screen, bro. I'm saying, like he said, Redacted said 53 exactly. Like, because if you remember in 2022 when they were trying to do that fake bloodline, not fake bloodline, fake Bullet Club with him and fucking Liv and Ben Balor, he looked bored out of his fucking mind. Like, he was like, you could definitely tell he was like, this is the most forced shit ever, and I'm not down with this at all. So like,
he also has had multiple stretches where they've just like told him to go home until they have something for him, which is really bizarre considering. Like last year, he was red hot, and they sent him home for 3 months.
They sent him to fucking Raw when SmackDown could definitely fucking use him right now.
But I mean, you remember when he did the I Quit match, and he worked Marufuji, and like he just wasn't on TV for like 2 or 3 months. He was completely healthy. He was working house shows.
Yeah, bro, that was so weird. Like,
so strange, man. No one spoke about that shit at the time.
Yeah, we got Cody versus Solo spammed, but AJ couldn't come on the show at all and get a third match out of it. Like, it was
his usage has just been straight up weird, bro. And obviously, like, when he got injured this last time, he was like, "Is it a work? Is it not a work?" And it ended up not being a work, and it was just mad unfortunate. Like, but I don't know, bro. So what is it? You know what? Fuck it. We might as well go to it now.
Yeah.
Joe. Rob, what is this? Go on. Do you do that first before?
And then, because I know Rob was talking about Finfin. The Rumble match, the fact that like every person in that match had 101 cutscenes where they were stared down with someone, and AJ's interactions with Cena and Punk weren't emphasized at all, was like crazy to me. Dude, him and John Cena locking up again after all them years. I saw that and was like, I don't know, man. I'm biased, obviously, for a range of reasons that we don't need to get into.
AJ Styles, bro.
Obviously, for me, it's but yeah.
Him and Cena do have the greatest WWE match of all time, you know. So yeah.
AJ, like, one of the greatest wrestlers to ever live, bro. What are we talking about?
For sure.
It's very weird, though. You are right.
It is strange.
It's fucking strange. Weird, bro. So hopefully they fucking get the heads together, you know. Or hopefully he leaves and he does some other cool shit.
I just want to,
the end of career that he wants to have, because your man's 47, bro. You know,
it's nearly over. Dude.
We can't just be wasting 3 months like what Joe was just referencing. You know, like, we can't be doing that. You know, especially when he's proven he can still do it, bro. Like, he's still out. Look, bro, he's more jacked than he's ever been. So, so yeah, man. Shout out AJ. All right, so Rob, what is this latest update that people have been talking about AJ's creative for Mania or something? I've missed this somehow. But.
Okay, so it's funny you missed this, Monty, because it was posted like 2 hours ago by WrestleOps. So WrestleOps posted 2 hours ago, or at this point 3 hours ago, that it was discussed. WrestleVotes said on their Backstage Pass show that it was discussed to have AJ versus Finn at WrestleMania. Now, listen, guys. I'm a Finn Balor fan. I've loved Finn Balor since he came to WWE, and that made me watch some of his old stuff from New Japan. Love his old stuff in New Japan. Love his NXT run. Both NXT runs. The second one, I think it was better than the first, and better than his main roster run, to be quite honest with you. But he has not been the same wrestler that he is. Dude, with that being said, he's not been the same wrestler since that NXT run that he had during the pandemic. And it's just like, you can tell with the other night, that was like his best performance in a while, and it still was nowhere near his NXT performances on either side of his NXT runs. And it's just like with AJ Styles, it's like we were just talking about. Like, if this is the shit that we're going to... Exactly. His new name now, it's a meme. His name is Pin Balor. But it's not even that. It's not even the fact that he gets pinned all the time. There are niggas with mad aura that lose all the time. It's the fact that, like, he does not have the same aura that he used to. He does not have the same feeling that he used to. And it's very clear that he goes out there and he has these 3.25 to 3.5 star matches, and he's happy doing that. And I don't want to see AJ Styles have a 3.5, 3.25 match at Mania. I don't want to see that, bro. His match against Edge wasn't even that good in Edge's last Mania. Like, and so with all that being said, if this is the shit that we're gonna do with AJ Styles, then I mean, I wouldn't blame AJ for fucking leaving, like we were just talking about. I would much rather fucking sit here and get a random fucking graphic for AJ Styles versus Brian Cage, or AJ Styles versus fucking, I don't know, fucking Roderick Strong on a random Dynamite or Collision. I would much rather have get match graphics of those fucking matches with no storyline than fucking AJ sitting at home after a great I Quit match, I thought, with Cody Rhodes in Scotland, and he just sat at home for 2 months and did absolutely fucking nothing. And it's just like, and he was getting no after the Marufuji match, especially the Marufuji match was great. The Marufuji match was fucking great, and the Marufuji's like beyond what he had that match with Marufuji after Marufuji had the worst match of the entire year last year with Kota Ibushi. So it's just
Bro,
like,
was talking. Sorry to like jump in because it's so off topic, but like, bro, that Ibushi Marufuji match.
Oh
I
my
was talking
God.
about it yesterday with some people.
oh my god,
That might be the worst match of the 2020s, you know, bro. That is because like I feel like
was
there's
horrible.
been loads of like bad matches. A few people were bringing up like Jay White versus Billy Gunn and shit like that. It's like that's just bad and didn't make any fucking sense. But you see like that Ibushi Marufuji shit, bro. Like it was for shit to be like completely awful, yeah, for me, like duds and worse. Like it has to be. There has to be like an element of like sadness to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it has to be
Yeah.
like actively sad, or just like recklessly dangerous. Like someone gets hurt and carries on or some shit. You know?
Exactly.
Like,
So it's just like
Ibushi Marufuji matches.
I fucking, and it's just like at
Horrible.
this point, I'd rather fucking watch AJ. When is AJ's deal supposedly supposed to be up? Has
I
this
have
ever
no
been like
idea,
fleshed out? Has anybody ever
No,
said?
because the
I-
injury time would complicate it a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he did spend a long. That's another thing.
Mhm.
That's another thing. But it's like, okay, if you put injury time on him, what the fuck are you gonna do with him afterwards? And that's the whole problem about it, bro. It's just like, at this point stage in the game, I would much rather, if AJ is truly leaving and on his way out the door, why the fuck would I want to watch him versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania when I could easily stomach him versus Braun Breaker in a retirement match of sorts at WrestleMania? I don't understand in a retirement match of sorts at WrestleMania. I just don't understand like why we have to do this shit with Finn Balor, bro. But if you want to do your fucking your Wyatt 6 Judgment Day match, cool, bro. Keep that shit over there. But if AJ Styles is versus Finn Balor, we are good, bro. I'm not trying to see that. I'm not. After you sit here, after that fucking Braun Breaker segment you just did the other night, you're gonna sit here and tell me, actually, we're doing Finn Balor versus AJ. I'm so good, bro. I'm so good.
So this could age very badly. I'm aware, but I can't believe this is real, dude. I just can't buy it.
Neither
I
do
can't.
I, to be honest.
Yeah, I know I know the report's real, Rob. I'm saying I can't. I just can't believe it's an actual thing. This one about.
It's like,
just yeah, I can't see it.
It's like, you know, the wrestle votes backstage pass thing that they do on the the Sports Key, the Patreon or whatever it is. It's like I don't aggregate that because obviously I'm not subscribed to it. Need to listen to it for myself and stuff like that. But it does seem like wrestle votes just kind of like throws things out there on there. You know, little things that he might have just like heard here and there, but it's not fully confirmed or anything. You know. So we'll see how that plays out. But I just don't see it happening.
I just don't buy
Hey, JMG Gillis, go eat my dick some more. Anyway,
fighting with the chat.
he said go suck off Ibu more. Go eat my dick some more, nigga. Get that ass banned.
But
Anyway,
Get
Joe,
that
I wanted
ass
to just
banned.
quickly jump in
Yeah.
and say, because we like I like Finn. We all like Finn to a degree, I think.
Course.
But like, what do you think of AJ versus Finn? And also, how do you think, like, if this is the plan, like, do you think AJ really sees it as like a bad thing? Because
No.
I feel like I think AJ would be very happy to wrestle Finn at Mania, even though it's not really something I want to see. You know?
yes, there's a huge gap between the way fans perceive things, myself included, because I actually agree with Rob mostly. He would definitely see it as a big deal because he probably still sees Finn the way he already always has. Sorry. Again, I do want to stress that the way the report was worded was. It was like a first time ever at WrestleMania match, dude. There is no way anyone in that room used those words. That's just not. I mean, that's just fiction. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to call anyone out. I'm sure they heard it from someone, but that's just not. I just don't buy it. And again, this could age badly, and if it does, shout out to WrestleVotes. I don't buy it at all. AJ is chill, dude. If you said to AJ, "Can you work with Montel WP at WrestleMania. He'd say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna tear it up." Like that's the way he is. As a fan, I would happily watch him wrestle Finn Balor because I like them both a lot. But I do agree with Rob's assessment. He is a very I'll put it this way, man. AJ is an incredible wrestler who has not got a great track record at WrestleMania. Most of his matches are like just polite undercard matches, unfortunately. Most of them.
Best one's probably with Shane, isn't it?
Yeah, and Finn would be like the ultimate polite undercard match. Like they're just not going to have a classic match, you know?
Oh my God. Yo, if Edge didn't work, if all these other niggas didn't work, Randy match wasn't even that bad. It was just that it didn't get no reactions because nobody could see. But like, yo, Monty, ask me the same question you just asked Joe about AJ wanting to do this.
How do you think AJ Styles sees working, but potentially working Finn Balor?
What AJ wants to do, nigga? It's about what I want to watch. Like I said about Alexa Bliss, I don't care what you want, nigga. If what you want doesn't satisfy what I want to watch, then I don't care what you want. You're gonna sit here and sacrifice your possible last Mania match for Finn fucking Balor when Braun Breaker, when they're like, yo, this could really help Braun Breaker's career and put him over. And I'm not saying AJ wants to do this, but if AJ was like, I want to do this, I don't care what you want, nigga. You're working Braun Breaker, you're putting him over, nigga. You're not even about to be here anymore, possibly. So like, who cares? I don't care what you want. Nigga, this is a business. You do what I tell you to do, nigga.
The problem is, Rob, as we're quickly learning, this year's WrestleMania is all about what people do and don't want to do.
Exactly,
Let's be real.
That's the problem. And that's the fucking problem. That's the whole fucking problem. Why are we sitting here? Yo, I would have told CM Punk straight up, I don't care what you want, nigga. You're working Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. And that's that. I don't care if you want. I want to work Roman Reigns. Nigga, I want to wake up tomorrow morning to $1 billion wired into my account. Am I gonna get it? Absolutely not, nigga. So why should we all get what we want? Why?
You gotta get better at politics, Rob. That's what it is. That's what that seems to be kind of the theme of this Mania build is like, not politics to the sense of like, you know, people are falling out backstage and stuff, but there's very much just kind of people jockeying for their positions and just, you know, and it's just kind of Triple H has got this issue of balancing everything and getting everybody involved in the right spots that they want to be and keeping everyone happy. And it doesn't seem like he's handling it in a very stern way at the moment, you know.
Whoa. Niggas talking about Roman wanted to work Seth Rollins. Yeah, okay, bro. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, that's what he spent so much time not touching Jacob Fatu and putting him over in the Rumble for, bro. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Keep going, Monty. Sorry. I just wanted to... Yeah, okay.
Stop fighting with the chat, bro. You're like fucking... It's like having Manny the Hooper back on Worldwide in fucking 2022 or whatever year it was.
Yo,
just randomly picking people, plucking people out of the chat. Anyways, keep it moving though. Will Chisholm $2. Oba popping up in TNA to take over, though. Yeah, I could see it possibly happening now, to be honest.
Yeah. That would make TNA good.
Yeah, get me to watch. Get me to watch that one segment, you know. Phantom FTW £5 appreciate his word. Omos has yet to appear in WWE since he got called back / dropped his Noah title. Did Triple H see a black man get a little too over and shut it down? I don't know what he was thinking there. But weird stuff going on.
It's been about 15 WWE shows since Black History Month has started, and we've got no Black History Month video packages, no nothing. No mention of the month at all.
Nothing. Bro, they were talking about Omos is coming back because the Rumble's coming up, and then he was in wherever it was it Indianapolis this year, and he's like, he was there apparently, but he wasn't in the Rumble. So I don't know, bro. I don't know what that was a weird callback, you know. So
Royal Rumble is like 3 Raws, 3 SmackDowns, 3 NXTs, no mention of Black History Month.
NXT, bro. You put him on NXT or some shit, you know? Him and Obafemi.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like the shit you can do. There will always be space, and I said this about kind of like Braun Strowman when he was released. I think even Joe will probably remember the conversation with that. Like there will always be space in wrestling for a fucking guy like that, bro. Always. He's fucking huge. He's huge. Like that's all. It's really can be that simple, bro. But yeah, anyway, Sapito, $4.99. Pick one wish, Monty. Have Cole Palmer score an Ibra-style bicycle kick in the Champions League final, 90th min, or have The Rock lay down for Oberfemi at WrestleMania 43 main event. Chelsea winning the Champions League would trump most things, to be honest. So I'm gonna go with that. I don't care. I don't even care if it's a fucking 2-yard tap-in. You know,
I was
going to
say that had to be your pick, dude.
And we've already won it twice. You know what I'm saying? I've already seen Chelsea win the Champions League twice, bro.
Yeah.
But
How beast is it that Dwayne pinned Cody at Mania last year? And like, there's a non-zero chance he never wrestles again. He just last match he pinned Cody Rhodes, called it a day.
That's so fire. He was like, we can have the tag team match, but I'm getting the pin.
Beast, bro. I love Dwayne, man. Hopefully he comes back and he locks in. Jacob Donnelly, $5. Watching Starks on TV again made me sad AEW gave up on him. With the crap they produced in the past year, using him couldn't have been that much worse. Yeah, I think ultimately, bro, like, it is a shame that AEW didn't get anywhere near close to what a lot of us thought they could get out of Starks, you know? He had a bit of a weird run. He had some flashes where it seemed like there was a really promising window open for him. And he never seemed to be able to go through it, you know, for whatever reason it may be.
I'm not gonna assume that AEW gave up on him because we don't know if AEW tried or they didn't try to do things with him to try to put him on TV or anything like that of the sort. So we don't know exactly what the situation was as to why they were just like, okay, then fuck you, then we're not just gonna use you anymore. So I'm not gonna speculate that they gave up on him or anything. I'm not really gonna but
he was. Man, I guess we can just go straight from the horse's mouth because he did talk about it, didn't he? It's not even just. Obviously, we talked about kind of the quote from earlier about him saying that like veterans are sticking their nose in his business and stuff. But obviously, he was also asked about like where he thinks things went wrong for him in AEW, and he was just like he doesn't know the exact moment. People could say it was the moment when CM Punk left. That obviously, that hurt. He would probably agree with you on some of that. There's also the element of him not playing the politics game well enough. And he says, all he can say for himself is that when he got hurt in March, that was it. He never came back. And even when he wasn't hurt, there's no communication, no nothing, basically. So then obviously he said he knows that, I guess this was during his time off when he asked for his release. Because he basically confirmed that he did ask for his release, Some people remember our Redacted was talking about Ricky asking for his release ages and ages ago, so he's basically confirmed that. But that seems to have been after he was ghosted for a bit, Yeah. And I guess in retaliation of him getting no communication, he asked for his release. But we don't know that, do you know what I mean? So it's a weird one. What do you think, Joe? Do you think it's kind of is a shame, isn't it? Or is it not?
I mean, look, these things happen, and I'm a big believer in wrestlers moving back and forth and, so on and so forth, all of those cliches. As someone from the outside looking in, this has been a pretty weird situation in that it's felt like a standoff at times of two sides waiting for the other to budge is the way it's come across to me. I don't know that. I don't know any of the people involved, but it comes across sometimes like both sides waiting for almost like they're dating, like waiting for the other one to make the first move. It's been a really strange thing to follow. And honestly, I mean, even the things we've heard since the deal has been done have made it even more so that way. And I guess that's fitting in some ways. Ricky's run was kind of like that, right? It was kind of uneven and odd, and there were times where it felt like he was rolling. There were other times where it felt like he was kind of on the outside looking in. So, I don't know. Where he's at now felt like an inevitable thing for a long time. One of the elements to the story that I thought was really strange, and I don't know how many people have circled it or asked about it, was that apparently his option was picked up after he'd been taken off. I don't know. Again, I don't know when all this timeline
seems to be on, bro. So...
It's just weird, yeah, and I don't really get the point of that. So I don't fucking know, man. It's really, really strange. He showed up immediately on NXT TV so quickly that they didn't even have the name locked in, which is unheard of with how they do business nowadays. So very, very strange. I think Ricky's gonna do pretty well. I think he's got his work hard for him. I think he's got his work out for him on NXT though, dude. That's a tough. I mean, like people joke about him working with Ego. If I was him, I'd be dying to work with Ego. Looking at that roster, Ego would be the top of my list. Like, yeah, let me work with Ego.
Yeah,
Because-
promising people that he's been, because he's working like Ego and Wesley. Like, they're very solid things to come in.
They're
Very
solid,
safe.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can do his stuff. He can get his promo and his character stuff all that over. He can do that very well in those two potential matches and feuds. And obviously the matches themselves, as Joe kind of alluded to, like they are kind of the people you'd want to be working and if you want to make an impression, you know.
I can't wait. I can't wait till we get him away from Sean Spears, so we get Brooks versus Ricky Starks. Oh my God!
Come on, man.
We're gonna.
Yeah,
be
man.
so
Ricky Starks.
Yo. I'm allowed. Hey, if you're allowed to cheer for Tony D, I'm allowed to cheer for Brooks Jensen. It's a two-way street here.
Tony
brother.
D's so much better than Brooks Jensen, bro. Like, how is that even comparable?
No.
Like,
Brooke Jensen's a good worker, to be fair.
he's all right, bro. He's all right. But yeah, man, Ricky Starks is now Ricky Saints. They did a whole they've been advertising it all week, this contract signing, haven't been saying Ricky Starks' name. People have been wondering, why doesn't Shawn Michaels say Ricky Starks' name? Why didn't they say it on social media? Why didn't they say it on commentary? Why didn't he say it when he did his promo last week? Well, it's because, as Joe spoke about just now, they didn't have shit sorted, bro. They did. So, they've been building to this contract signing, and it was just like, you know, new talent signing or whatever the fuck they advertised in the graphic. And even throughout this whole segment, they didn't say, and this is Ricky Saints, or Ricky Starks didn't do the whole thing like what Gunther did back in a few years ago, when he was like, I am Gunther, or anything like that. He was just like, they didn't say his name the whole segment. And at the end of the segment, after he had already gone back and forth with Wesley and Ethan Page and stuff, he signs his NXT contract, and then the camera zooms in on the contract, and it says, Ricky Saints. I'll be honest, bro, I don't think it's a bad name. It's just that, like, I don't get why they needed to make the change. Maybe there is, like, a really good, legitimate reason. Maybe Ricky did want to just not do the Ricky Starks WWE trademark thing. Maybe, I don't know, Zoe Stark having the same last name would have been something WWE didn't like. I don't know, bro, but it just feels like kind of unnecessary, but I don't think it's that damaging, to be honest. I think in, like, 6 months, a year's time, people won't even be talking about it. Kind of like the, I don't know, like EO Sky or something.
Yeah.
You know, like there was a lot of noise the first week, you know, and then no one talks about that shit now, bro. I don't think it's anywhere near how as drastic as like Walter to Gunther, you know.
Right.
And we've got used to
like
that. We got used to that eventually, bro. So
It's fine. It's not a bad name at all. It's just, I agree with you. It feels kind of inherently stupid because it's just like, what's
Hey.
you know,
Hey, you
but
know,
it's fine.
he's shouting out the city, man. So, hey, yo, I'm gonna say this though. You got to pick a hometown, my nigga. You can't go to New Orleans and then talk about this my home, and then you go to Texas and you talk about this my hometown. No, I don't go from Baton Rouge to fucking New Orleans and back to Baton Rouge to talk about Baton Rouge, my hometown. No, my hometown will always be New Orleans. You got to pick a hometown, my nigga. I don't care. You want to be Ricky Saints? Cool. When you come out,
I don't know, bro. That pops me. I can't lie. He's a pro wrestler, bro. Like, it's.
I don't care. Yo, listen. You gotta pick a city, and it better be the right city. Pick a city. As long if you pick New Orleans and you coming up from New Orleans, Ricky Saints, then I'll chill and I'll become a fan. But if you keep talking about Texas is my hometown, we got to have a conversation.
Rob and Chris fighting over Ricky Starks. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, Ricky Saints, bro. So all power to him. He's got a tag match booked for next week. Him and Javon Evans versus Wesley and Ethan Page. That's a cool match, man.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as NXT's men's division go, I'm locked in for that one. You know, so yeah, I think he'll do very, very well in WWE / NXT or just WWE in general. To be honest, I think the audience will take to him very, very well, and hopefully Sean don't fuck it up because I think Sean's been like fucking awful recently. So. Well, it's like Lampard. I said this to a few people yesterday. It's like Lampard at Chelsea, bro. Like, I always love Frank Lampard, but when he's in charge, fuck him. he's not good at this, bro. So that's how I feel about Sean as well. Wilchers and $5, appreciate you. To be fair, fans kept saying Kevin Owens going to AEW because he's friend with the Bucks. Yeah, I feel like sometimes we kind of do overanalyze like who's friends with who. It's like at the end of the day, bro, fucking WWE give AJ fucking the kind of money he wants. He's probably gonna stay. I think.
For sure.
So
But I would say, I do think they're very different situations, and I'm not saying I think AJ's going to leave, but I do think they're very different.
Yeah,
Like,
Kevin's just
I
main
don't know,
event Mania
though.
twice, so he's very different.
Kevin hasn't worked with the Young Bucks.
And he's younger.
Kevin
But
hasn't
the
worked with the
thing
Young
is-
Bucks for a decade, dude.
But the thing is though, like, yeah, money plays a big part into it, but you also got to think about like AJ's like how he feels about the shit, and he's voiced in the past before. that he
Exactly,
doesn't
yeah.
Like he voiced in the past that he doesn't like that they just do something with him and he sits at home and they call him back to come do something and he sits at home. Like he's voiced that he doesn't just want to do house shows, that he wants to be on the TV too. So that could play a big part in it. And like I said, bro, for a lot of the time that the Good Brothers were fired from 2020 to 2022, it just did. He looked very disinterested with like not just the product, but whatever they had him doing. So
Yeah.
like the
I think
Good
it's
Brothers,
different.
like no matter what people think, the Good Brothers being there or not being there does play a big part in like his morale within the company.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I think
but
it's
I
a
don't
different
know.
situation. Definitely, I agree.
Yeah, everything's case by case. Everything's case by case. But it is always something that comes up, especially when it's like someone potentially going to AEW. It's always like, oh, he's friends with this person. It's like
No, I
it
don't.
matters
Yo,
to
you-
more people than others, but it's just like, you know.
Yeah, and people talk about like the consistent booking like with AEW like on Twitter and shit like not
Yeah.
I'm not talking about in the chat. I'm not talking about in the chat. I'm not reading the chat. I'm reading the super chats. But like people talk about like the booking and shit with AEW and it's just like like I said earlier, I would much rather a match graphic than him versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania. So
Mm.
I'm good,
Yeah.
bro.
I
I'm
just,
good.
even beyond the Good Brothers, the Young Bucks, any of that stuff, I just think Kevin, for whatever reason, he's obviously been healthier too, but he's been just more factored in and figured in
Yeah, he's
Triple H's
comfy, bro.
WWE. Like, yeah, I don't
Main
know.
event
I
is
think it's very
Mania
different.
twice, bro.
And again, let me be clear. I'm not saying I think
Once for
AJ's
Vince,
definitely.
once for Hunter. You know.
I don't know what AJ's doing. I have no idea. It wouldn't surprise me if he re-signed, but I never believed Kevin was leaving, and I think you both can speak to that because you talked to me. Like that never added up to me, dude. He's one of Triple H's main guys, dude. Like, I get that may, to some people it's like he didn't beat Cody, how can he be? But I mean, the track record kind of speaks for itself, right? Like, he's definitely,
He's comfy,
yeah.
bro.
Jesus.
I never
Christ.
saw him leaving ever, yeah.
Like Tio, $20, appreciate ya. Any weird chamber picks? I think Bailey has a shot. I don't.
Yeah, I'm so
Mine are
nigga,
kind of
we are
cliche,
good.
bro. Like I'm locking in Cena and Bianca. I think.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Bro,
Yeah, I'm the same picks.
people in Ebu and fucking redacted keep trying to push CM Punk. Bro, I said
Yeah, I
this
don't get
yesterday.
that.
I said this last week. His two biggest ops in the company right now, Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, are also in that chamber. He is not walking out of that chamber as the winner of that chamber. His two biggest ops are in the match.
Hey, it's just Cena's just winning the chamber, bro. Why else would he fucking be in it?
Cena's
Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like-
yeah.
Bro, anybody else who was seen
He
winning
be-
that chamber would be
Bro,
horrible.
this is why he's redacted. He's talking about like Cena and Logan Paul, bro.
Bro, like stop.
Well,
Yo,
we
if
know
Rey
his
Mysterio-
game. We know his game.
If Rey Mysterio last week could barely bring Logan Paul to a decent match, you think John Cena at 45, at 40 something years old is? Stop.
Bro, I've locked this in. I've locked this in as well since basically the start of 2025. Like the ending of WrestleMania Night 2 is going to be John Cena holding up the 17th world title, bro. Like that's what
See,
I'm
I'm
convinced
less-
the closing in. That's what the
I'm
closing
less
is.
sure about that, but I agree that's the match.
You think Cody beats Cena?
I think they may see. I would say, and I don't have a dog in this. I mean, to me it doesn't matter. But I think there's an argument that Cena's title win should be later in his last year, personally. Because I think
I
that
get
could
that,
be-
but I just think
yeah.
this is what I just think that's what they're
That's
doing.
what they're gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
like
fair.
this what
Dude,
we're closing
dude-
Mania with, like that shot of Cena with the confetti.
That's fair.
and
Yeah.
the, you know what I'm saying?
It is best for business that I go to the Elimination Chamber and I win the Elimination Chamber and I go to WrestleMania and in the main event of WrestleMania I win the WWE Championship and I feel like I have earned it for my 23 plus years of service to the WWE.
That promo is like, I think it's my favourite promo this year so far, you know. Seeing a post Royal Rumble. Because he's got bars in it, bro. Like when he at the end where he's like, "I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for the fans, and to one day shake the hands of the person who wins number 18." And you're like, "Oh, Cena, Cena's still got bars, bro." So and obviously like the seriousness and the authenticity of it came across really well. Like it was that.
Nigga, Cody got the torch passed to him last year, by the way. We're talking about passing torches. He got the torch passed to him last year. So he's fine.
What Cody beating Cena at Mania? Like, what does that? Like, what's the angle there?
That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything for Cody. Yo. First of all, Cody does more dick riding of John Cena than hating John Cena. So first of all, his mark ass is not gonna sit here and be like, "Actually, I think I should win." No, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I get to drop the title to you, big bro, for number 17."
Yeah, it's history, bro.
Sign me up.
It's history. I actually agree. Like, not in the same tone as Rob, but I do actually agree. I think Cody would want to put Cena over for that moment.
Well, yeah, but we just talked about people what they want to do. You know, we've done this already.
No, but I'm just piggybacking on what Rob was saying. Like, I do actually think there's a little bit of.
Oh yeah, and also does beating Cena that's the whole point of this storyline. Cena is a fucking loser right now. So what would Cody Rhodes beating him at WrestleMania or Logan Paul beating him at WrestleMania, anybody beating him at WrestleMania do for anybody at WrestleMania? It would do absolutely fucking nothing. So he needs to win. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what Carl's actually trying. Even though I don't think they should do it, but it's like when people say, "Oh, it's like passing the torch." Cody's already been he's already had the torch passed to him. It's like, well, yeah, but like, there's this element of like being like the modern Cena because like that is the sole babyface that Cody kind of is. You know what I mean? Like a proper top WWE babyface, which WWE hasn't been able to get right since John Cena. You know, so there is that little bit of element to it, but I mean, if you do that match, it's like I don't think Cody gets enough out of it by beating Cena. You know, so.
Niggas want me to wait 6 months for this number 17. Oh, brother. I've been waiting 5 years. I'm tired of waiting.
You saw a heart $5 last super chat. Buzzing on Double or Nothing coming to my city. No, it's not the last super chat. Buzzing on Double or Nothing coming to my city plus Dynamite tonight. Do you think this gives hope to them giving Chicago a break with All Out? I get where the hope's coming from, but I honestly doubt it.
Yeah, I think they're going to stick with Chicago for All Out, to be honest.
GN £2. Don't need another underdog story. We've got Jay. The Jay Gunther stuff is fucking fantastic so far. I can't.
It's the only actual Mania build. That's what makes it funny that everyone's so mad about it, right?
And Roxanne and Bailey, isn't it?
Right, but
levels, isn't it?
Not even a level. See, it's just like one of them is like half on NXT. I mean, come on, Monty. You see.
If Logan Paul,
I don't know, man. Roxanne's basically on Raw these days. She's like
but half of their program has been. It involved Cora Jade and stuff. Come on.
I'm just saying, bro. It's a good little build that they got going on over there. Alright, what else did I want to talk about before we just get out of here, bro? I did want to talk about WWE LFG, but I don't have the time.
I forgot about that.
to produce the art that I actually want to produce for WWE LFG because that's it. Joe, you need to.
No.
Can I send you clips?
You have to, bro.
Clips with a 90-second max time.
90 seconds a bit.
I'll explain it like this. Willie, you would think that The Undertaker in that show is like the super duper legend. I'm the biggest star here, but he's not. It's Bully Ray that genuinely believes that like he's the biggest star and like the most.
It's not even
veteran.
bro. It's not even the Bully Ray. I keep saying this. Like, okay, Bully Ray's being Bully Ray. Like he's being performative. He's working. He's trying to get the spotlight. Like he's being Bully Ray. Like Joe, I know you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Like he's just being Bully
Unfortunately,
Ray.
yes.
But like the real artist, bro, is Mark Calloway. Because he's just like, bro, funny guy, unintentionally, obviously, Booker T as well. He's just like
fair.
Come on,
Yeah.
bro. He starts one. I'm not even doing this right now. But yeah, WWLFG. We're gonna have to break that down one of the days. We'll quickly touch on Dynamite.
Break
before we
it
get out of
down.
here.
Segment.
Break it down, bro. Break it
You
down.
know who I see in you? And don't let this go to your head. I see Dwayne Johnson.
Oh my god, he actually said that to someone.
Yes, Bully Ray.
Brother, Booker T starts one of his feedbacks with like, "I'm from the street." You know, like,
it was a black dude that would cut the promo. He was like, "I'm from the streets, dog." And when people walk in the room from the streets, they have a certain aura about them, dog. And you look like I could just whoop your ass right now without even trying.
Booker T also had this. Booker T also had this thing that he was doing when they were doing like the promo, like introductory promos or whatever you want to call it. And like the person would finish, and like Booker T would just be like, "I don't buy it," and just look at the others.
He's like, "I don't feel it.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't feel it."
Booker is funny. He is funny.
He is, bro. And like Mickey James is probably going to be the actual best coach, but like there's no chance in like there's no chance that she'll actually win the actual show.
Everybody else was like, "Yo, this match was kind of dog shit." She was like, "Actually, I thought it was kind of beast." I don't know. So
she gets really mad at one of the tryout matches because the heel isn't healing it up properly. She gets like really frustrated.
He fucking rules, dude. I'm glad she's getting paid at least. God bless.
But yeah, anyway,
respect.
Shout out WWE LFG. That will be a very funny show. I will keep tabs on. NXT last night. Fuck Moose. That's all I'll say about that. Alright, Dynamite. What we got on Dynamite, brother? MJF and Hangman have got that face to face. I hope that doesn't become bullshit.
That'll be good.
I hope so.
That stuff's been really good so far, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, hopefully they've kept it good so far, I think, because they've limited. Like, MJF managed to get a really good promo in backstage, and it was like 2 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like they had all like the commotion and the chaos of like the brawling and stuff, and like just the crowd being alive for it. So it's like I hope they don't do kind of like your typical MJF face-to-face live promo, trading digs and bazingas. Do you know what I mean? Because like, in theory, Hangman's character would have no time for that shit. You know, you just punch him in the face or something. You know, so I hope it's like a really heated, energetic thing that they do, and it, like I said, it doesn't just become like trading disses like MJF sometimes falls into.
You're gonna go drink beer again, buddy? Shut up, nigga. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. I'm glad Hangman last week too was like, bro. Stop.
Bro. Roddy versus OC.
That'll be tremendous. Those matches, those two have great chemistry. That they worked a lot in tags and trios last year. Roddy's a babyface now too, so like they may do a fucking shootout and go nuts. Probably be awesome. I'm gonna definitely watch that for sure.
Also, I don't hate.
I'm just being real, bro. I'm very.
God, people don't realize, obviously Joe Hulbert is still a WrestlePurist ratings contributor. You know, no matter what breaks he takes or whatever his status is, he always has been a ratings contributor. How much he contributes is another story, though. Bro, sometimes Jamie will send like a list of like 30 matches and Joe will reply with like 3 matches that he's rated all week. And he's just like, hey man, fuck it.
It's a different point in my life, dude. That's why I'm only around in these sort of strange shows that have no like clear topic. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just hanging out. But I'm still mad about Candice and Alexa being on that fucking spreadsheet. By the way, I don't know if that was Jamie's call.
Feels
that
like
was
a Jamie
bullshit,
call.
dude.
Yeah, the only thing when I see the list, I'll be like, yo, take Marigold off the list, bro. You know I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that, bro.
Yeah.
We've got a good variety of different contributors, though. So we always, if there's like some obscure Joe shit, it's like someone's watched. A few of our guys have watched.
For sure,
some random. The things that genuinely struggle to actually get enough ratings for it to be included is like TNA.
It's a
Well,
joke, guys. I don't hate Marigold. It's a
That's-
joke, guys.
That's about to change, bro. TNA and this Full Sail thing. Maybe I give it another. I mean, I gave it a
if
shot a month
Obafemi
ago.
shows up, bro, someone good shows up, then yeah.
I gave it a
Alright,
shot a
bro.
month ago and thought it was fucking terrible. So I'm sure it'll be much better this time around.
Oh, we got the Hardys wrestling no quarter catch crew.
I'm so locked in for Jeff's return to
That's-
WWE. You don't understand.
The matchmaking there is like fascinating, right? It's a wild matchup. It feels like to me.
Don't-
He might
Yo,
be good.
you know, Jeff is gonna bump for those fucking shooters heavy. He's gonna die, and I'm gonna love it.
The crowd will go. I mean, the Hardys are so fucking over together.
You think they're gonna
especially.
hustle a
Jeff,
Mania
obviously.
card, Pop, or what?
No, they'll be on Stand and Deliver. I think
Fair enough. That's still
And
Mania.
we will,
actually-
and I will be there.
they might want to do it at the MSG Theatre gimmick, the Fraxium match.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
The
You're right.
Hardys I mean, it's not the MSG, but it's you could do something with that.
MSG Fear. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
works.
Oh shit! They're doing Hobbs and Big Bill street fight tonight,
That will
fucking
probably
awesome.
be match of the night.
Yeah.
Probably.
and then we've got the Ops versus the Patriarchy.
Damn. That sounds good.
Pretty good card,
yeah.
though. It's stuff to look forward to. You get me? So
Dude, that must be the first time Joe and Christian have been in the same match in like 16, 17 years, right? That's
Damn.
crazy.
You're right.
I'll research this and do a tweet. Follow up, folks. I'll be
But yeah,
I'll
man,
clarify.
I think it's always encouraging as well when there's not too many top stars and there still can be some reasonable level of excitement going into the show. So it's like
Yeah.
MJF and Hangman, of course, they're top guys, but everybody else is kind of like. My point is that Kenny Omega, Ospreay, and for better or for worse, the world title stuff. You know, you got Tony as well, the new women's world champion. All these people that could also be Mercedes. He could also be very good additions to this show. So it seems like they've got a good base going into it with what they've got announced so far. And like I said, with some of the names still yet to be announced, or maybe they won't be on the show, I think could be in for another good one, bro. There's been a few good Dynamites recently. So
Hopefully.
good shit.
Mhm.
Anything else we want to talk about, Joe? Alexa Bliss doing anything funny on social media recently?
I'm out of the loop, dude. I miss a lot of stuff now, I only learnt 20 minutes ago, whatever it was, that they're doing Ospreay and Fletcher in a cage. I'm not actively fired up about this. I didn't realize this was a thing. I don't know what's going on anymore.
So did you not watch any of Grand Slam?
I've missed on my week off. I did not watch any wrestling other than Mid South.
Oh my god, what a fucking beast!
That's a company that knows how to do a fucking TV show, bro.
Oh my
Let
god.
me tell you something.
Oh my god.
True, unfortunately, very true.
Old wrestling.
just-
Oh my god, man.
I wanted to just like reset completely. I was so burnt out, dude. But I mean, you know how much I haven't been watching, but like, it's just when you're in the rhythm of like, okay, what was the highest rated match? I should watch that, which I was for a long time in 2023 and 2024. It just kicked the shit out of me. I'm in like a year rehab for it, So I'm getting better.
bro.
Yo,
Yeah,
NWA, Jim Crockett Promotions clears WCW, by the way, by a mile. Every single WCW thing I've ever watched or before had to watch on Twitch, because I did get forced to watch some of them, because I put up a poll between some matches, some War Games matches, and obviously people voted for the bad ones. So some of them I was forced to watch.
Oh yeah.
So, but like every single thing I've seen from WCW back then, like that people rave over, NWA clears it, bro. I'm sorry.
I love WCW, but I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone who disagrees with your take. Like Crockett is just better.
What
In every
year?
which way.
What year of Mid South you on?
I started the TV from '84, and I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in. But I'm having it on. I mean, it's just fascinating the way their TV's formatted. I think it should be like studied, to be honest.
They just know what they're doing, bro.
But like they have, without the ads, obviously it's like 45 minutes, and so watching the amount they achieve in 45 minutes and how direct it is with what they want to. It is a big contrast to the norm nowadays, right? Where there's just so much, just like spare meat on the bone, so much fat there. It's a shame, but
Magnum
What I like to
Stay.
do is when I start, I started the fuck is the Memphis promotion? CWA. It started in like
Yeah.
1980, and I like watching the progression over the years in the 80s. So like from like
Yeah.
when they start to like because the fucking Georgia Championship Wrestling don't start with no graphics. It's just like Georgia Championship Wrestling. Then when you get to 85, 86, there's like the fucking graphics that people don't use nowadays, which are so fucking beast.
That's the thing that's actually.
What year was JYD and Butch Reed?
I'm not sure.
83, 88, 83.
The great thing about wrestling is there's always stuff to uncover and watch, you know, like always.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking about this on a show the other day, but this week it became apparent that Jake Roberts worked fucking Hashimoto in New Japan. I was like, what? You know, you can go watch that shit. And you can go, because I think sometimes people do these deep dives and they watch the greatest matches. Sometimes it's more interesting to watch the shit that no one even remembers happening. You know, like,
that's where you really know a wrestler, bro. So when you watch them, random TV match, and see what they can do with a random mid carder of the time.
I think so.
You know?
One of these days, there's gonna be a video essay dropped on my channel of a myth of Vern Gagne and how he was actually bad. I'm not talking about his book. I'm not talking about his booking.
Oh shit! You watch the matches? That's fucking crazy. That's awesome.
I watched an hour of him and Jumbo Tsuruta, and it's an hour I'll never get back of my entire life.
I bet that was probably dry as fuck. Oh my god, I've never even seen that.
Oh my god,
Vern had his style, bro. You know
Oh my god.
Listen, bro.
Nick Bockwinkel better.
Yeah, well, Bockwinkel's better than like fucking everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? So
better.
Bach is like straight up all timer. Anyway, that's Super Chat and we'll get out of here, man. Darren Walker, £10. Buddy Ray said he wants to travel the country, do wrestling debates with fans and redacted tweet. Oh, and redacted tweeted him back. How you think Bully versus redacted wrestling debate go?
Fucking that sound. I mean, that's the end of it all, isn't it? That's just close it all down. Jesus wept. They get 10 minutes into disagreeing, and Eva just goes, "I really like ECW," you know, like it's just oh god, no, thank you. It would go very poorly. Bully would just shout over Eva until he said, "Put over ECW, dude." It would fucking suck. It's really bad.
It would be a real debate, would it? Alright, people. So, later on, I don't know if you guys have seen the tweet on the Recipe's account. We've got Girls on Greps Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UK time. They're going to be talking about, I guess, kind of like the highlights of the weekend and the week so far. So, a little bit of Grand Slam Australia. Obviously, Dynamite later tonight. Charlie is also going to school the audience on who these British indie talents that WWE are apparently interested in. What else are going to talk about? I don't know, bro. Just AEW, WWE, and the shit that they always talk about, bro. It's girls on Graps, Anna and Charlie will probably go in some weird directions. So support the girls, bro. Support the girls, or you're clearly, obviously, crazy, misogynistic, sexist, and all those terrible things that Redacted got suspended for. So,
come on, bro.
Alright, but yeah, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Joe, do you want to plug anything?
Wait, you know we got did we go through all these? Yeah, oh, you didn't unstar them. I was like, I thought you had more super chats. You just didn't.
No, unstar them, but you must not unstar on your own.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
I'll be back after Dynamite on LNG Gold. We are watching WCW Worldwide.
Link in the bio.
Thank you,
in the description.
Appreciate you, bro. WCW Worldwide from February '97 is the show. Myself, Oracle, and Bob, all-star lineup.
There he is.
Yeah, and tomorrow we got a double header, I think, too. So much going on LNG. This Friday, by the way, live and free. This is a big one. I'll get this out and then I'll stop my plugs. I feel it feels gross. Plugs, bro.
Just do it, bro.
I know, but don't feel right. But anyway,
I hate going back and forth with you on this stuff. Just
this Friday,
stuff, bro.
Live and free, 11:05 p.m. Eastern. The Late Night Grin all-time Ring of Honor draft. If they had a single match in Ring of Honor, they're on the board. Myself, Buster, Khalid,
get weird.
Manny the Hooper, and Contrarian Alex, bro.
One match limitation. That's
who's drafting Matt Hardy first round, bro?
Look, man, anything can happen. Misawa intrigues me. Like Christian had that stop through too. There's some weird shit you can do.
A lot of weird shit. So that's Late Night Green Gold. Like I said, people, the link is in the description. Go and sign up over there. Rob, you want to plug anything from the Twitch?
Yeah. I go live on Twitch pretty much every wrestling show of the week. Even the wrestling shows that are pretty bad because for some whatever reason, I like to suffer. But yesterday we did the Raw review. It was me, Peach, and Jonna. Israel did not make it because she was traveling. So make sure you guys go check that out from yesterday. Then tomorrow I do the Dynamite review, possibly with Chuck, Marcus, and I'll possibly try to bring Novi back to the Dynamite review this week. Try to get him back. Try to get him on the 720 deal that we on, Monty, so we can start getting one of these Dynamite reviews. Gonna get you to put the contract in front of him. He's gonna sign. I told him he don't have a choice. Live on air. So yeah. Make sure you guys go tap into that. But 4.5 hours, I will be on Twitch. So make sure you guys go check that out. It's right here.
Real shit.
There you go.
Real shit. All right, people. You got all the plugs. You know what to do. And obviously, yeah, so Rob already just said Dynamite review tomorrow as well. Goes on Graps in a few hours. So keep supporting, bro. We appreciate you guys.
Put the push notifications on Twitch because when you go live on Twitch, they give you notifications for who you follow. So.
There you go, people. Lock the fuck in. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate all the super chats. And we will be back in a few hours. Peace.